I'm not so bad this week. I know it is hot, but I'm like, I don't know, for some reason it's not hitting me.
I have like the definition of swamp ass right now, dude. I'm not doing so hot.
I'm not that bad, but I'm very uncomfortable.
Well, we'll keep all that out. Hello, everyone.
So,
Heroes, villains, sidekicks. Thank you for tuning in and watching.
thanks for watching our humble show where we play superheroes and
Yep.
And burp.
and burp.
The Umber Initiative post show.
Hey.
For episode 19. Titled Got him.
Got him.
Gotti.
I don't know what I'm gonna title this one.
That's it. You did
I'll
it.
figure it out when I.
Ha ha ha. Gotti.
It's gonna be something like, you know, like poetic but lame, like I don't know. This Umbra doesn't
Ghost
have
wife.
naming convention like the initiative did.
Yeah,
when it was
yeah.
blank and blank. It's
Yeah.
like all the episodes.
Mhm.
This one's more like it started with one.
Yeah, and it did. Yeah.
It was gonna go like 1, 2, 3 and like go from that route, like
Yeah.
you know, the first Umbra, the second thing, like da da da.
This didn't happen.
That was not sustainable.
No.
I was like, what am I going to the 5 Frenchmen? I don't know.
So you just kind of dropped that.
Yeah,
and
I was like,
That's
I'm
a
going
good
to
move.
spend
Yeah.
too much time
Yeah.
trying to like figure out these things that just made no sense.
Yeah.
And it's so esoteric.
So now it's just kind of like.
It's like short phrases.
Yeah.
Wait until the animated version where we can, you know, have a nice little name for all of them.
Yeah.
How much does it cost to get a comic book made?
Oh my god, so much.
The wide question.
Yeah.
You could do it like I could commission someone to make one.
Yeah.
I wonder if someone does that on Fiverr or something.
Well,
Oh,
like,
100% they do.
Yeah.
Like a full comic.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much do you think like an indie comic like Invincible cost when it first started?
Oh my god.
I think that was like a graphic novel or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is well,
Well-
that's tough because that was the that's the guy who made Walking Dead.
Right. Yeah. You're right.
So I'm sure, like, especially when you publish and cover, that's
yeah.
gotta get expensive.
Yeah.
like,
I can imagine. Yeah.
Money.
All
that-
right, we find a publisher to pay for this.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't even know how to approach that.
Me
I wonder
either.
if it's like when you do a like a novel publisher, when you just or editor, you just send them.
Because we could make a whole
things.
thing and just like,
Just made a storyboard.
yeah, basically,
yeah.
like,
We
That'd be kind
could.
of cool. We like
That'd be
commission a Fiverr artist to make issue 1,
Yeah.
and then we send that as the
yeah,
Like,
as
a
to the
prototype.
publisher type. Yeah.
But
Anyway.
look, we did the work. Anyway.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna look into just how much it costs just to see. I'm just
Just for
curious.
funsies.
I'm just curious.
Anyway,
Yeah.
these are the talks
We're
we
getting
have
off
behind the scenes.
off
true.
filter.
Because we got at least a half an hour.
At least.
Yeah. At least.
Is it quality content? Who knows?
Anything's
Try
content.
that.
But is it quality?
Doesn't have to be.
I want to pop this blister real bad.
So,
It's gross.
episode 19 had no pre-scene.
No
Nope.
pre-scene. Yeah.
It was right to the thick of it.
There was one planned, but I slashed it.
Oh.
Cut it.
Why?
Yeah. Why?
Because I'm going to release a director's cut.
Oh.
the
Oh.
All the
Okay.
pre-scenes that weren't
Alright.
featured.
Yeah.
It didn't feel relevant.
Is it? Are we past it now? Like, is it not relevant
Yeah.
anymore?
It was so minute, and I didn't feel confident in it. So I was like, nope, just scratch it. Don't need it.
Got it.
Okay. I liked the opening though. I liked the scene with Sheriff Stone, me and Jordan.
Yeah,
Yes.
in the
That was cool.
aftermath of the ambush.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was pretty cool.
You know,
That's
King
the
cleaned the
name.
stone about
Ambush
bleeding edge.
aftermath.
He knows Jordan's powered now,
Yeah. He knows a lot.
Yeah,
which is
he knows a little bit.
And Barrett was like, I'll be honest with you, and if you want me to leave, sure.
Yeah, you're just like
I'll go.
Barrett's like waiting for somebody to tell him to leave so we could dip.
yeah.
Yeah,
They just won't let me leave.
Yeah.
I really like Sheriff Stone.
Me too.
He's a good boy.
Yeah, I
pretty
like him a
cool.
lot. I like him a lot. You took a lot of notes.
I took 4
Oh my gosh.
full pages of notes.
Yeah, what the hell?
I just, sometimes like I honestly have been trying to do more detailed notes because like sometimes I'll miss something like so simple, but when I had to do the initiative like our whole recap for that season 0 or season 1 or whatever,
Oh,
like
yeah.
I was looking back and being like, man, I really should have taken like detailed notes. And even after when we do the post show, I'm like, I have like footnotes, right? So I have like this happened, like big staple, and still I was just missing stuff. So today I was like, all right, I'm literally like everything that happened. I am literally. I have all the lore.
You should write the story so far. I shouldn't be writing that.
Yeah. So we
Even I took a little bit of notes today.
What'd you put?
I just took down names. Like I wrote down the name of the Walker family.
and they're like pretty little writing too.
Those are full pages.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not like
impressive.
a letter a page.
That's impressive. I wrote down like our team, who was on our team, like the
Yeah,
haunted
I
house
wrote
team,
that down too.
just like little things like that.
Yeah, but you didn't. I like that Sheriff Stone brought up Rosemary and Harper.
Yeah.
You were like, nope, don't know.
Yep. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now they have names.
Yeah. I mean that's the duality of Barrett's character, right? He's
Right.
like, of course, yeah, I'll tell you stuff that you need to know.
Right.
Stuff that, that will keep you safe.
Yeah.
And like if
Right.
you bring up something that's gonna put you in harm's way, I'll be like, I'll lie.
It's like a
Right.
don't ask, don't tell kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
so, yeah, I'll answer whatever you want, but I'm not going to tell you what questions you should be asking.
Yeah.
Right,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you decided to stay, to abandon your home.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that you just made for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To instead stay with Jordan.
Honestly,
So I wasn't anticipating.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good move though.
Yeah. That's kind of what Bear was thinking. Like, well, next time I get jumped, I might as well be here with him.
Right. It's a
Yeah.
very like a logical step, I guess. Like especially for Barrett. But also I really like the slow progression of Barrett, just like slowly getting used to like all the people like in town and like even like Jordan and Arabella just slowly getting used to people in general around. And it's fun.
Yeah. The you get there and have a nice night with Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, crash on his couch, smoke in his house.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Jordan couldn't make it.
Yeah.
He's at an important evaluation tomorrow. So
Yeah.
wish him luck.
Yeah, he's a busy boy.
And but he's been seeing some things.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
wonder if, because I bet it's fake.
Fake
When
news.
when Jordan got the text messages from James with all the pictures, I wonder if that was even real.
Yeah.
If that was even like,
Probably not now that we
yeah,
know that.
no, I'm thinking no, but like getting those texts and
Yeah.
the pictures of his family.
I didn't put it together that it was his kid that ran across the road. Like the first
really?
kid ran across. I
Oh,
was just
really?
like, oh, wait, see a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, and then I was like, oh, maybe the forest is turning into an Umbra. Maybe there's like a ghost or like I don't know what's going on.
Interesting.
But something.
I wonder if he saw, like, if that nightmare he had was just him, if it was a regular nightmare, or if he saw, like, a kith or, like, a kin or whoever.
Yeah.
And if that was, like, not a premonition, but, like, hey,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or maybe, either that or like maybe it's just playing on his fears.
Right,
It's like Jordan's
right.
fears.
Or grief.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the fact that he's the subject of an Umbra. That like one of our characters is like the one triggering it.
I was
that's
just
so cool.
thinking that the other day, too, which I usually like to go in order, but, you know, well, that's too exciting to...
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was just thinking that the other day. I was like, yo, like one of us could easily cause an Umbra.
Yeah,
Like no doubt in my mind, any character could like just pop an Umbra. And I was just thinking, I was like, well, I'm surprised that like it hasn't happened yet because like all of us are pretty intense. Like
Yeah, we like to think that we're like immune to it because we've been in so many. But, like,
Right,
that's
yeah.
not how it works.
Right.
Yeah.
The thing is with Umbras, they take a while.
Yeah.
It's a slow
It's a slow
it's
burn.
a seed that has to grow. You know, and there's a lot of different little pieces that have to connect, and if
Right.
they don't, it's not really possible.
Yeah.
And
You know.
it connects really well for Jordan, I think,
Oh,
because
yeah.
that's such like a I mean throughout the whole season this far, that's pretty much like always on his mind. Like almost every episode, it's like him regretting not being there, him regretting like I couldn't do anything, going back and forth between leaving and staying because of how he feels about his family and like missing his family, not wanting to talk to James about his family. So
Yeah.
like it completely connects and makes sense for Jordan to now like it all just start crumbling and
Well, he's getting better, right? As a human
Right.
being, he
Yeah,
starts to, now he's like, oh, I'm gonna talk more, and like, I want to stay, I want to protect people, like, he's starting to get, like, his identity back. And now it's,
now that's when it
Now
happens.
this happens. Yeah. And now he sees me as his son. A little bit, hey, hey, it's me, Papa. Hi, Papa.
My favorite thing when I see people do when they pretend to be a kid is do that cough like
yeah.
that like that tongue out like
You're gonna be like, Daddy, we do space. Like, why you little?
but I'm
Dad,
very
I'm a ghost. Help. I'm an Umbra.
This Umbra will be different than what you guys are used to.
I'm very excited.
There's a lot.
oh
There's
yeah, how so?
There's some fucked up circumstances to this one.
Am I gonna have to fight Jordan?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh my
Are we
god,
gonna have a
are we gonna have
PvP
to
episode?
kill them? Holy shit.
Jordan dies.
yeah.
Yeah.
New
You
character.
don't know.
I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited.
Yeah, me too.
This has been long in the making. 19 episodes, in fact.
All right.
Day one.
Do you
all
like you
leading.
planned Jordan to do this? From day one?
Nice.
Nice.
Yep.
That's awesome.
It really does fit like very well just with the narrative, and it makes so much sense. Like, I also feel like taking notes has helped me like like press it into my fucking brain.
I think after next episode, maybe two, if you go back and listen to a lot, like all the phone calls between the two, I think you'll find some interesting little tidbits in it.
Between Jordan and
James.
James, yeah. Huh.
Was James even there at all, or is it just Sixth Sense?
Who's James?
There's no James. He's a ghost.
Yep, that was the big twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan will be here next week, so we'll get his
Yeah.
thoughts on everything then.
Oh, God, I'm so excited.
Me too. I'm
so
very
excited.
excited for this to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of exciting things.
Yeah, we also saw Angelica this episode.
Yes.
True, haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah.
In character.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Been a while.
I like, as soon as I knew someone was in his house, I was like, okay, it's either Angelica or more of those assassins.
Yeah, I was
Yep.
definitely like when Hundo on Angelica, I was like, I bet.
Yeah,
like as soon as, especially once the light thing, I was like,
Yeah.
there's no fucking way it's anyone else.
Yep.
I was freaked. I freaked myself out. I like got scared when I did the I was like, oh, if I was them, like in real life, like I flipped shit. Someone called me from in my house and messed with my lights.
I just
Yep.
imagine the fucking like Scream or fucking whatever the movie. yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool conversation. And she was just kind of like, hey, this thing's still happening and this is still what I'm doing. Like, you should probably help.
I'm genuinely surprised that that's still like her like motive, for lack of a better term, because she is very mysterious in the way that she's just kind of there, doing her own thing.
Yeah, I like am, but I'm not. Because, like, she had the orders from Bleeding Edge. And, like, she still works for Bleeding Edge, so that's still her orders. And it's, like, so hard to pinpoint what Bleeding Edge's motive is
Right.
as, like, an organization. That, like, you know, I'm not completely surprised.
I would have to look through my notes, but I'm very like unsure about the relationship between Bleeding Edge and the convent. Especially because like just the nature of like Mother Adele and Angelica, like their relationship. What even if she even knew like that was happening? But obviously there was some sort of like understanding, because if my memory serves me correct, there was some communication between Bleeding Edge and the convent.
I at first I thought Mother Adele knew that Bleeding Edge existed and hired Angelica to protect you.
Yeah,
That was my original thought, but now that Angelica wants to bring me and Jordan into it, I'm like, okay, maybe this isn't all Mother Adele's plan. Because Mother Adele hates me and Jordan. So, like, I don't know.
But also that could definitely be part of, like, Mother Adele slipping and being, like, at first probably having that agreement, like, okay, like, she's here whether I like it or not, and she's just gonna, like, kind of, like, not agreeing with it, but knowing that it's happening and not doing too much for it. And then, like, kicking her out completely, like, knowing that there's Bleeding Edge, right? So she knows that Angelica's skilled.
Yeah.
She know, or maybe, or even just you, she knows that there's an organization ready to like come in and like kick ass easily.
Well, I mean, Mother Adele's plan for protecting you is to contain the demon. You know, do the prayer sections and contain it. And Angelica's idea of protecting you is not that. So Angelica probably, or in theory, Angelica voiced that, and Mother Adele was like, "Get out."
Right.
Like, you know.
Yeah, I wonder if. Yeah, I'm trying to think if it's between like, if it is broad enough to be like it's the convent and Bleeding Edge, or if it is just Mother Adele and Angelica. Like that's the distinction that I'm trying to figure out. Like,
I see.
does she know as much as we think she does, or does she really not know and is just kind of like dealing with it as it comes?
Yeah.
Like similar to like Arabella and Jordan, like meeting you. Like we know you're like a part of it, but also kind of working together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's interesting to think about.
Like what the spectrum of the knowledge is like
Colby
hard
probably
to
doesn't even
pinpoint.
know. Colby doesn't even know.
I don't know anything.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know. Somebody,
know what we're talking
somebody
about.
tells him to like what to say and like an earpiece.
Yeah.
Mr. Mercer.
What now? But yeah.
Maybe is all I should say.
Yeah.
And I mean, I do know. That's the fun of it, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's cool to know that there is an answer.
Yeah. It's just finding it.
I think the answer will
Reveal
surprise
itself.
you.
Oh.
It'd be fun. Or maybe not. Maybe you'll guess it.
Here's my actual theory. Here's my big brain, like
Big
galaxy brain theory.
Okay.
Bowie is the leader of Bleeding Edge.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is just the form that he chooses to take because he was bored of being human. He's lived like thousands of years. And he was bored of it. He was like, you know what?
Right.
I'm going to be a ferret instead, and I'm also going to rule this assassin organization.
Amazing. He could have killed you by now, though.
Very interesting.
I turn on my laptop, hit the space bar, it's just a ferret's face.
Whoa.
You got snacks.
Yeah.
Who else thoughts? What's your galaxy brain prediction?
My galaxy brain?
Yeah. Give me galaxy brain.
Of what though?
Anything.
Yeah.
I got a lot.
Name
one.
the galaxiest of brains.
Yeah. Big brain. Like end game stuff here.
Yeah.
I would have to like really.
It doesn't have to be
Off
right.
the cuff. Off the cuff.
Okay, off the cuff.
Uh-huh.
I think that.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
You guys asked me, and I gotta.
Yeah.
I think that Bleeding Edge and the convent are similar and or like opposite almost maybe. Especially just because like the traveling, and I think Mother Adele is like fucking immortal or some shit. And either she knows like there's fucking end times coming, or like she knows some shit. And I think that's one of the reasons, and I think that Bleeding Edge knows some shit. And I think that the Umbers are random. I don't know, dude. I got like it's too much for me to put into like one
It's
one
trying to
galaxy
figure out
brain
the end
thing.
of the show.
Yeah.
Right. It's tough.
I mean, I could come up, but it would take me a while. It wouldn't be. I don't know. It's hard for me to come off the cuff.
I'm trying to think, and I've been trying to think for a while, because you know how like Brother Lewis turned into like an angel,
Right?
Like you turned into a demon,
Right.
obviously. I'm trying to think if like, is it legit like heaven and hell, like actually heaven and hell, are like real in this universe, or is it just like powers that emulate those things?
I don't know. I
Or
also
are they like interdimensional beings or aliens, or like it could be anything.
also the fact that like your gun is like a fucking abomination.
Yeah.
That just like is there,
Yeah.
and also that Mother Adele's interested in that. I'm very curious about, because I'm trying to figure out where the Umbra connects.
Umbra.
Umbra. I'm trying to figure out where it fits because I know it does. I fucking know it does. It's like having a middle piece of a fucking puzzle and then just like not having the edge. It's like fuck. I know this fits somewhere, but I don't know where it goes.
Yeah.
And I know there's some fucking shit like that. I just cannot.
I mean, it
it
could be anything. It could be because the Umbras are so vastly different from the rest of the things happening in the campaign.
They are, but they're consistent, right? Like it happens when like it's high, like the concept of whatever is like very high, like you know, the greed or like being lost or like whatever the fuck, responsibility, you know, all the Umbras. And also like they're like the bleeding edge, your tech being like almost not impervious, but almost unaffected by the Umbras, while also knowing the first time we thought we were in an Umbra was not an Umbra.
Yeah.
So like it fits somewhere. I just huh?
Yeah, the moose.
Yeah, the moose. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, if the moose wasn't an Umbra, what was it?
Right. So I'm like, I know it fits somewhere. I just can't figure out exactly. I don't even know if like Bleeding Edge knows fully or if they're like playing dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think my gun is the moose?
Yes. It transforms into the moose.
Imagine if instead of a motorcycle it turned to a moose.
But my thought is possibly that like I'm sorry, the kin is like the concept, right? What's the kith? Is that just like the...
So they both embody concepts.
Right.
The kith is like, is higher concepts. Like broad strokes of, the way Raj described it, like
yeah, I gotta
death.
go back. Right.
Stuff like that, like death, life, light, you know, the big RPG kind of thing, right? You know, or like concepts of you know, and kin are smaller ones like ingenuity,
so
responsibility,
right?
Like it's really tough. The thing about kith and kin is that it's really hard to categorize. Like you can hear a concept and you have to wonder, oh, is that a kin or a kith concept?
Right. I'm sure.
Kith are rarer because they are like the big daddies. They're like the Cthulhu's, and the kin are the like the fish, you know, whatever, the old little gods that go under. You know, like these are the big boys.
What I wrote, just so I can like kind of make sure that I'm not like misconstruing this. I wrote that kin are like oh god, I can't read my handwriting. They're like wonders, they're relentless, they're a concept like made into form, whereas kith were like vast and more powerful and godlike.
Yeah, so a kith doesn't have a conventional form.
Right.
Like you can't
like
really
ethereal
talk to a kith.
Right.
It is because it's the embodiment of that. Like one could argue, like, do they even exist? Like a kin will tell you, yeah, because they're like my dad.
Right.
Like there's no concept of relation like that. There's no blood.
Right.
Right. Like kin and kith are formless, shapeless, but
it's like
a kin will take whatever form it wants, whereas a kith doesn't bother with that.
A kith is like a cosmic idea,
right?
Yes.
Or like
That's what
a cosmic concept.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Opposed to like a personal concept.
Exactly.
So I'm thinking that like there's some kith business
Like,
going on.
Fear would be a kith. Because it's such a universal entity.
Yeah.
So would you say like fear would be like a kith, whereas like if it was like somebody's particular fear of like spiders or something would be like a kin almost.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
like more particular.
I threw fear. That might not be the best.
But yeah, I think I know what you mean though.
Identity there, but yeah, I mean there are, you know, like responsibility would be akin to like life.
Yeah.
Energy is a kith, and there are some factors. Of
Space
like that.
is a kith.
Space,
Okay.
yeah, right.
Just wider, okay, concepts.
Time.
Okay.
Time would be a very big one of of Kith.
Yeah.
And Kith don't bother each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they did, then there wouldn't be a reality.
Yeah.
Kin often don't want to clash. Raj
Right.
has said that. They just don't. If you find a kin anywhere, that's a problem for you.
Yeah.
Because it means they want something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking there's some funny business with some kin. I mean Kith.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's some Kith funny business somewhere. And that's the broader thing, and I almost want to say similar to how what we were just talking about, being the parent, right, of a kin. I think there's a Kith at the handles of a bunch of kin that are just out. You know what I mean?
I think the reason why all of these kin are acting up is because one Kith is being a rebel.
Maybe. I don't know. It's just a theory.
Yeah, of course. Theories are good. I'm liking this.
But I think that definitely could be something at play, especially with because we've already seen how kin can affect people, right? Even if it is just in an Umbra, even if it is separate, almost reality from where we are. So I'm wondering if Brother Lewis could be tapping into some Kith thing, or not necessarily a kin in itself, but attributed to something like that.
Yeah.
Because him by himself is nothing. Bless you.
Thank you.
Is he's just a regular dude, and then he has this whole ethereal, almost not godlike, but very powerful being, and he's very one-track minded, which is making me even more think okay, he has one purpose in life, and that's it. And I'm wondering if it has to do with something bigger, having that parent kind of Kith, or something like that.
What do we think the kin is that's with Jordan right now?
I want to say something it can't be I can't think it's responsibility. It has to be something more complex than grief.
It has to be tragedy or grief or something.
Right. It has to be something maybe fault, or absent, or it has to be something more complex than just loss, right? It could just be loss, and that would be fine. But definitely it has something to do with his trauma.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
Maybe.
Has
all
to
of it, yeah. That's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a lot of good theory crafting right there.
Yeah, it was a heavy episode.
You're doing a lot of good piecing together, whether or not it's the right piecing together.
Right. I got pieces of us. I'm finding the edges, man.
I originally thought that the haunted house was gonna end up being a number. But
I was I'm waiting for that shit to fucking come tumbling down somehow.
But it
What
ended
was the
up
date
being
we ended on?
You said a week later
It's about 8 days later total.
from the 14th.
So
That's gonna be the
22nd?
22nd.
Okay, that's where we're gonna be at.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just gonna write that for me.
Okay. Me too. I have to get into a habit of writing that at the end of every session, so I don't forget.
I got you, fam.
Yeah. So. Halloween spooky.
Yeah.
Did anything else happen? We talked about that.
I mean,
Angelica.
Yeah, you had a scene with Adele. Yeah, you had a scene with Adele.
yes. Let's see. Mother Adele. The prayer. The sippy
yes.
juice.
Yeah.
I sipped some.
The sippy juice.
The sippy juice. I took a little sip. Got a little sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wonder what that is.
Yeah,
It's
man.
them holding in your demon. That's why you hurt.
I don't know, man. I'm wondering if she is always for lack of a better term, poisoned every time and just doesn't remember
You just have to make a will save.
right. And so did she just is it just getting less effective now, and is that why she's freaking out, or is it Arabella's just mentality that's changing and making it, or maybe it could be both. I
You're
don't know.
rebelling.
Yeah.
You're not as willing
I'm a
to
rebel.
like yeah.
Rebel without a cause. Yeah, and the fact that like nobody acknowledges like the fact that she was just like dying the whole
Yep,
time,
yep.
like
Mm.
just
It's fishy.
yeah, it was mad
fishy.
fishy.
And that's the thing Angelica wants to stop.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
again, I just don't know. I don't know what that relationship is.
I don't know either. I don't
So
know. I'll have to play more and find out
Oh yeah, every week, baby.
every week. And now we have no, never mind.
what?
Brand sponsor.
Yeah.
First time a sponsor.
We
It
don't
was
need
fun.
to do that.
Yeah, it was fun.
Anyway. And then you guys are ready for the festival.
Yay!
You guys got your teams.
Yeah, we got the
Yeah.
gang together. I called in the big guns with Rhea.
Yes. Which in turn got Roland in.
Yeah,
Essentially,
yeah,
the conversation would be like, I'm going into town. Oh, my sister.
yeah.
I'm helping with some haunted house thing. They wanted some favor. Haunted house I want to be a part of. No, it's my project, not yours. Well, I can do a project too. Yeah, I'm sure you can, brother. Roderick and I do something else. Oh, look, the lantern thing I heard about. So take care of that, Roderick. It'll be better than a haunted house.
So silly. I love that.
I know,
You know,
too.
these like 50, 60-year-old
Right.
siblings.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. The Raj is at the house.
Oh,
haunted house.
and you get to meet our third Patreon character,
Is that Walter?
Oh, really?
Tales of Sorrow,
Nice.
Nice. That's awesome.
to make Walter.
Snake
Hell yeah.
boy.
Snake Boy.
There-
That's cool.
He was playing it a while ago, but there was just not any moment to go to the animal.
Right.
Yeah,
So I was like, okay, I gotta bring him in.
yeah.
It'll help.
I like him. I like him in his
He's a good
snake.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of off the cuff, but I just read it in my notes. Do you think that Sales' gun is actually destroyed?
No.
No.
I don't.
I don't think so either, but
Interesting.
I mean, it could be, but I don't think.
yeah. I was just curious what she thought.
Yeah. There's definitely something more to the weapons that I don't think it's just as easy
Yeah, the
as like,
weapons
yeah,
are
I
bad
broke it,
sus.
it's gone.
Yeah.
I don't think
Weapons
it's
are
that easy.
sus as fuck.
Angelica's new outfit.
Yeah.
Fit.
Yeah.
Never guess who was inspired. Very loosely inspired. Like it started the track that led to where she is.
I was thinking, I thought it
If
was
you
like-
guess it, if you guess this, right, I will give you a hero point, an extra hero point. next
I'm
time.
not gonna guess it. Now you're making me
No,
rethink
go
my
ahead.
guess.
You can guess as many times as you want.
No, I don't know.
No, I mean, might
as well, right?
No, I don't know.
What?
No, I can't
Don't
guess.
do it.
Curious. I'm
Who are you gonna
curious.
think?
Well, I feel like I thought it was what's her? I forget her name from Arcane.
Jinx, Vi.
Vi, or I
Oh,
thought it was
interesting.
Tifa or something.
No, but oh, good point.
No.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, it was Jill Valentine.
Really? Damn.
You would never guess it by looking at her, but I initially wanted to make one of Jill Valentine's outfits.
Huh.
There's an outfit she has in, God, it's a Resident Evil like 3D something.
Oh, I
It's
see.
one
I
of
was
the,
like, yeah,
spin-off game.
I like do not know.
Where she has like these like gray pants that look kind of silver, and it isn't like one of her like. You know how Resident Evil likes like
Right.
these stupid outfits,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
legit one where she has like a cap on, and she looks like really cool. I wonder if I can find it and then show. Hold on.
Yeah, I was definitely getting like Vi vibes, like the short pixie cut, like
Yeah,
the
with the
hoodie with the like the
Yeah.
cargo pants type.
I
like,
feel you.
I'm trying to find it real quick.
I wonder if I know what game you're talking about. Was it like one of the bad
I'm
spin-offs?
like trying to think.
I don't know. I don't know enough about the spin-offs like of their quality to say.
Yeah.
And again,
Resident Evil
you're gonna look
0?
at this and be like, "Oh no way! Like that's not what I pictured at all." Because
Yeah.
it changed drastically from this design. I'll show them first.
I think I've seen that design before.
That's like Tomb Raider type shit.
Yeah.
And I ended up being like, you know what? No, fuck that. I'm gonna go like just weird, almost Tokyo streetwear. That's what I
Right.
like to do. Just weird like mesh crop top with the long thick sleeve, like
Yeah.
rosary hanging all through. her arm,
Right.
Yeah.
just making it like, weird and anime.
Yeah. That's what we do, right?
The MO,
Yeah.
I can picture her like whipping those rosaries
Oh my
like
God,
as
yeah.
a weapon.
Definitely.
It's great.
Yeah.
She's such a good character.
Yeah.
I like whenever she has like interactions.
I know, me too.
I like her back and forths with Jordan.
Yeah, she like doesn't. She like messes with Jordan.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
funny. I fucking love it.
I liked when Barrett was just like, are we the target? And she was like, no, and he was like, all right, here's a second.
Yeah.
Alright.
I was like, all right, cool.
I love that too. You know, interesting. She threw out a line about like psychos.
Mm-hmm.
Like she said that everybody that
The bleeding
Right.
edge is a psycho, including me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, interesting, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're making me think I should write that down.
It's just
Interesting.
Something to think
yeah,
about.
sales. I mean, who are the 3 people you know from Bleeding Edge?
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Both of them very eccentric, except for Barrett.
Yeah. I mean, to be psychotic, you don't have to be.
True. No, very
Eccentric,
true. Very
right?
true.
You
You just
know,
have to be psychotic.
Yeah.
man willing to just shoot and kill anybody, right? Like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't think that's very stable.
No.
Very good. Yeah. Anything else? If we beat
I
all the
liked
points.
Walter. He's cool.
Mhm.
Walter's cool.
I think
Mhm.
I would really
Mhm.
love it if like Olivia just became obsessed with Walter.
Yeah, she's like, dude with the snake.
Yeah.
He's like a little. He looks a little emo too. He just has like long black. Think of like the way I picture it, because Tails didn't give me a physical description of him besides the stars.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine like a young Gerard Way from like the "I'm Not Okay" music video,
Yeah.
but without the
Yeah.
makeup. So kind of greasy black hair.
Yeah.
Always like takes out
Right.
his face and everything like that. Kind
Uh-huh.
of dresses baggy. Has a little shy.
Yeah. He would wear trip pants if this was early 2000s.
Yes,
right.
absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us for another post show. It's always fun. This is I like this post show a lot. I like
Yeah.
hearing you
Yeah.
guys theory craft. So
It's fun to do. It's fun to do.
It is, yeah.
very good.
Listen, one of these days I should stream it. I should. Man, let me know, guys. If you really want, I have a lot of notes. If you
should do it.
If you want me to make a real poster board, a real physical.
Yeah.
You have to do that for
Poster
the
board.
Patreon.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. If
Do it.
they want it, I will 100%
Absolutely.
will do it. I will get everything ready. I'll like
Get the
note
red
it.
string.
Yeah, I will go all in. Just
do
let me know.
You have to do it.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah.
It'll be like that. What was his name? He did a lot of videos. He worked for Kotaku. Brian something. He did like This is Kingdom Hearts and all that. I made every single dish from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I
Brian
don't remember
Gilbert or
his
something
name.
like that, or
Yeah.
something. You'll be like that. You'll just make a nice video of connecting the Umber Initiative lore.
Dude,
and
That'd be
getting
I
like
have fat pages.
crazier and crazier as we do it.
Yeah.
All this is
Damn.
just and I write little. Well, the first ones are little, but I write like pretty small.
I
Pretty good.
I can't wait till the season ends and if the show ends,
Hmm.
and then you're like, no, this is right.
Yeah.
It was what was it?
Then we'll-
Occam's razor, whatever.
Yeah.
It was
Mm-hmm.
literally just because they like you. Like,
Yeah, right.
Because they got
None of
paid
it
money.
matters. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
It's like we're gonna connect dots that aren't fucking there. I don't know. We'll theory craft. We'll fucking figure this shit out before Colby even gets a chance to.
Yeah, we'll
to
solve the
announce it.
campaign.
We'll solve
We'll
it.
solve it.
And then by the end we'll be like, yeah, we were right.
Yeah, I'll be like, and this, and they show up.
It'll be
You're
like,
like, yeah, fucking called it, you idiot. Called it like 6 months ago.
yeah, fucking
Dumbass. Why don't you be original?
What would you do if next week Barrett just calls Adam Mercury? I'm like, hey, come help.
do it.
I
was saying-
See, you wrote yourself into a hole in that
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
at the end of Initiative, Adam was like, I'm not going to use my powers anymore.
True.
So he'd be like, can't.
Bye.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Fuck, I was gonna say for Halloween that all our characters should dress up as all the other characters.
Yeah.
Be silly.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. We'll see you next week. Thank you for supporting us on Patreon.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you.
I think we said it last week, but we're hoping to do
MVPs.
some changes to Patreon, which I
Yes.
think everybody will be happy for.
Yes.
Yeah.
One hundo.
Look forward to it.